Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another Destiny 2 Warmind video, and earlier today I handed in my very first exotic engram for this expansion and ended up getting something that was totally brand new. So if I lucked out and you guys are kind of mad at me for that, I apologize in advance. I did get extremely lucky, but yeah, we got the Huckleberry exotic SMG, and this thing is pretty damn fantastic in PvP. Not to mention it has one of the most unique reload animations that I've ever seen within Destiny, period. I think it's my favorite as well, to come to think of it. The Huckleberry SMG is a weapon that I really didn't have to use too extensively within Crucible to get a good feel for whether or not it's going to be able to contend with other SMGs and close range weapons. Most of the times when I'm using a weapon for review or just a highlight video on my channel, I usually kind of have to use the weapon for up to 10 games, but with this one, I can honestly tell you guys the strengths and weaknesses within just 2 games. It was really that simple. And this is what the weapon looks like with an ornament. Of course, it kind of has like an evil satanic vibe with the ornament. I got that out of my very first Eververse engram as well, so I got extremely lucky. Now it has Rampage, which is a fantastic perk for PvP, and then it has Ride the Bull. That's its intrinsic exotic perk, and what that does is when you're holding down the trigger and continually firing, the rate of fire increases and the recoil direction gets much better, so it's much more controllable, and basically you shred people the longer you hold the trigger down. Additionally, with the perk you get a portion of your magazine refilled after you get a kill. This is pretty fantastic if you're somebody who likes to not reload that often, but if you're anything like me and you are just a run and gun type player, you're constantly reloading after every single kill. And the good news is that this weapon is not that slow at reloading. If you look at the stats for this specific weapon, the reload speed actually looks pretty terrible if I'm being honest with you, but once you use the weapon in game, it's nothing like that whatsoever. It has, I would argue, a rather fast reload speed. Now, I don't know, maybe I'm comparing that to other weapons and not just SMGs by themselves, but I had no issues with the reload speed whatsoever. So if you're somebody who's like me and likes to run and gun and constantly reload after every kill, then this thing will be just perfect for you. Now, if you're somebody who just picked this weapon up or is looking to get it, you have to use this thing a very specific way if you want to be successful within the Crucible. Now, it might feel a little bit slow in terms of its kill time, and that's simply because the first half of the magazine, or the first, I guess, quarter or 33% of the magazine, might feel like it's not doing that much damage, but again, you do have to wait for that intrinsic perk to proc, where the rate of fire speeds up and the stability becomes laser-like. That's when the weapon really shines, and you're probably going to notice it as well, because I definitely noticed it in my very first game. As soon as you're in a disadvantage against another person, let's say your health is very low and it just feels like you're not doing that much damage to the other person, keep firing, keep holding down that trigger, and the weapon just gets better, and you can almost see it mid gunfight where the tables start to turn and you actually have the advantage afterwards because of how much damage you're outputting. So that's one thing I definitely noticed while using this thing, and it's a pretty awesome feeling. Now, this thing obviously does not have a masterwork because it is exotic, and that's a little bit too bad because I would have loved to slap on a range masterwork on this thing, and I think it would have competed with an Antiope or with any other SMG out there right now. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but again, we don't know what the exotic masterwork is going to look like. The catalyst could be something that definitely improves the stability or improves the range, and I think that would really make this weapon probably top tier. So yeah, that's my review of it. I think it's pretty solid. I would not be surprised if people start to use this thing as one of their main weapons in the Crucible, but right now there's so much variety that I don't even know. But that's gonna do it for the video though, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, drop a like as it supports the channel. Subscribe for more daily Destiny 2 and Fortnite content. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you all later. Peace.